Digital Purchase Order, or DPO, is a web-based application for creating, viewing, approving, and editing purchase orders. It's also accessible on a downloadable application, which provides all these same capabilities on your phone. A DPO book is a self-contained module with its own users, suppliers, vendor list, and approval workflow. So, if you're working on multiple projects, you'll have multiple books unique to that project. Once your DPO book has been created, you'll receive an email with a link to log in to your DPO book. Once you log in, you'll see a list of all the PO books you have access to. You can filter these books on the left-hand side to see your active PO books, any PO books with approvals, and expired PO books, or view all of them at once. The red dots at the top of these books indicate how many POs require your approval within that book. When you select a book, you'll automatically be taken to the View PO tab, which shows you all the POs that have been created that you are allowed to view based on your user permissions. Within this tab, you can see and filter POs that have been created. DPO also has robust search and filter capabilities that allow you to find what you're looking for quickly. You can sort these POs in this screen by My Purchase Orders, which will show you the purchase order you have created, All Purchase Orders to see the POs that anyone with access has created, Budget, Department, Supplier, Expenditure Type, and Currency. By default, this screen will always be sorted by Most Recent and Approve and Pending. However, you are also able to sort by ascending or descending PO number, most or least recent, and even last modified. You can also sort by PO status, including if it's approved, pending, declined, void, or all. You can also utilize the advanced search feature, which will present you with several options by which to search. DPO easily lets you know which POs are approved, shown in green, and pending, shown in orange. To create a new PO from scratch, you'll need to fill out the required fields and enter some basic information, including department and supplier. You'll also be able to choose the correct options from a populated list, which have been previously set up in the Administration tab. You can make this permission-based to only allow people to choose suppliers that have already been set up in your Administration tab. Click Next to move to the Components screen. This is an optional section and can be changed from the Admin screen. If you do not need these questions answered, this section will not show, and your PO creator will go directly to the Items screen. Here's where you'll add the items to your PO. Click Add Item to begin. A dialog box will appear with required fields that you'll need to fill in. Add a name of the items, description, and expenditure type. The types of expenditure can be changed. However, purchase, rental, and services are the most common. And again, anything that was previously saved will appear in the drop-down. If you chose rental, you'll be asked to enter a date range. Next, you'll enter a quantity, the multiplier, and the multiplier type. Or you can leave it blank if you're only buying one of something. For rentals, this will be weeks or days. For purchases, you'll indicate the price per item and the quantity needed. DPO will do the calculations for you, and you can choose the correct currency type from the list. You can choose the pre-saved account code, the budget, and sub-budget if applicable. Any notes shown are also optional fields created in the Administration section. Click Add. You'll be navigated back to the Items section, which will show you the items that you have added to your PO. On the left, you can add notes to the purchase order, which will appear in the Details section for the approver or any of the users to see. A delivery address, if it is different from the book's standard invoice address. Any attachments, such as bank details, quotes, or pro forma invoices from suppliers. And you can determine if this PO is special by adding a flag, which could even trigger another line of approver if enabled. Now you can either save this PO as a draft or create it as new. You can see here that the PO has been created and we now have a PO number. The PO number can be hidden until the PO is fully approved. This PO will now appear as waiting for approval on the first level of approvals account, who will be notified by email that there is a PO awaiting their approval. From here, you can press Continue to be taken back to the View POs tab, or you can create another PO. Here you can see the latest PO we just created is at the top of the list as it's filtered by Most Recent. You can also see that it's not yet approved. You can click on the PO to view its details, such as who created the PO and its status. You can also change the account code or add any additional comments as well. The left-hand side shows the approval chain. Each level has multiple people, so anyone in that approval level can approve. You can also add a delivery address, add or manage attachments, reopen a purchase order, amend the purchase, or void the purchase order. Voiding is non-reversible and will cancel a purchase order, so you'll need to use caution when using this option. However, you'll be able to create a PO based on all of the specific details of the voided PO, which will generate a new unique PO number and go through the approval chain. Let's go to the Approval List tab to approve a PO. Here is where you'll see all POs that require your approval, which are sorted from oldest at the top to newest created at the bottom. There are two ways you can approve or decline a PO. The easiest way is using the thumbs up or thumbs down buttons to the right of your PO, which will allow you to quickly approve or decline from the main screen without having to go into the PO itself. You can also approve or decline by opening the PO, checking the details, making any necessary changes, and adding a comment. At the bottom, you can either approve or decline the PO. Once you approve the PO, it no longer appears for you on the approval list screen and will move on to the next approver. When the PO is created, the first person in the approval chain will receive an email with a clickable link that will let the person know that this PO has been created and needs their approval. If you choose to decline the PO, it will be sent back to the creator as declined. Regardless of permissions, you can access your settings by clicking your email address at the top right and selecting Settings. The Profile tab is where you can add and update your personal user information as well as your password. Settings allows you to pick the specific notifications you would like to receive, as well as your default language and default currency. Keep in mind, this will affect your profile only. With DPO, creating, submitting, and approving purchase orders has never been easier.